Last night's thunderstorms caused widespread power outages across multiple eastern Carolina counties.
Chris Cook is live in Washington after speaking to those impacted. Chris?
Dave, Courtney, a Duke Energy spokesperson told me the outage lasted just over an hour on their end. However, Washington Mayor Ellen Brabo said the outage lasted much longer for some Washington residents. Monday evening was stressful for thousands of people in Washington. That's because of a widespread power outage that Duke Energy says knocked out power for over 6,000 customers. Patty Kent is one of those customers. She said when the power went out, she was sitting with her dog, and even the dog was stressed out.
The power went out, and she just started panting really bad.
Amy Fulcher lives in Chocowinity. Her power also went out. She drove around when it went out and found out just how big this all was.
We're like, well, what are we going to do for dinner? So we came into town to see how far wide the outage was, and when we crossed the bridge, we saw that everything was dark in Washington, and so we ended up going to Greenville for dinner.
Duke Energy officials said the power went out because lightning struck a transmission line. They said they rerouted power through another transmission line and power was restored on their end at 7:32 p.m. Duke Energy says it was out for an hour. However, Washington Mayor Ellen Brabo said the power was out much longer than that for some Washington residents. She said that's because even though Duke can reroute it in an hour, the city still has to send crews out to turn substations back on, which takes multiple hours.
If something as simple as a lightning strike can put a community without power for 5 hours, what does that look like for us when we're actually responding to a disaster like a hurricane?
In response to Brabo's concerns, Duke Energy said in part that it's important to note responding to disasters is different than responding to a single outage. Duke Energy said that during major storms, they have a comprehensive plan to combat that. And Brabo said in response to Duke Energy's statement that she's not trying to single them out or blame them for what happened. She simply believes redundancies are important, and she's open to sitting down with Duke Energy and whoever else is necessary to have conversations about how to make sure the next outage doesn't last as long as this one did. Live in Washington, Chris Cook, WITN News.
All right, thank you, Chris. Now, Duke Energy sent a longer response to Brabo's concerns. That statement will be available in full on our website later on this evening.